Hello, ladies of the Red Tent Conversations community, right? So, for those who know the Red Tent Circle and the Red Tent community, welcome. Thank you. I'm Karen. For those who are not quite familiar with the Red Tent, basically in ancient times, when our people were more nomadic, they would set up tents as they moved around according to the migration of animals and climate and things like that. And when that movement would occur, they would set up home or set up camp. They would set up a red tent for women. And in that tent, wonderful, wonderful, magical things happened. Information about just life and being a woman, home remedies, about childbirth, about love relationships, what to do as a wife, as a mother. It was a support, a place of support where women went to get all they needed to know about being a woman in society, but then also just a place of comfort, right? It was a place where you could talk about those things that really bothered you. And it was also where women went when they were mincing, so that they were away from the rest of the tribe as they moved around. So they got their private time and their support with that. So there's been more and more traction with the red tent lately, and that's as it needs to be, so that we can reconnect with the lost ancient traditions of just being a woman. So that being near and dear, growing up in a family where we talked about moon cycles in terms of when you cut your hair and when you plant things, when you harvest things. Also, just different tips and training on how to be a lady. So my thing is, we're born as women. We're born girls. We grow, mature, become women, but we have to be taught to be a lady and do the things that are lady things that make us feminine in that full expression and the goddess that we are. So beyond that, that's just a summary of what that is. And so I've launched Red Tent Conversations, and there was a time when I used to have small group sessions in my home, and with times changing and everything. So now I'm doing the YouTube videos and hoping to reach more women, make a difference. Again, I'm all about being the goddess, coming into that space of full femininity and how that shows up for you, how that works for you. It's just such a wonderful place. It just changes how I move with respect to my relationships with men, both personally and professionally. How I interact with my son, even from as we've transitioned from the mother role, and I am more a friend now, then it's still how I speak my truth and how I express myself, and just move unapologetically. So we're going to journey together in that growth in the Red Tent, and my version of that to you is the Red Tent Conversations. Look forward to you joining me and providing comments, any the home remedies and the different words of wisdom that have been passed down. And some of them we'll vet, we'll compare this versus that. But the reality is, whatever it is, it's really about us reconnecting, remembering, and then doing those things that are best for us, not those things that are being programmed and put upon us. We know our bodies. We understand what that is. We've lost touch with the power that we have, that we hold. But it's very important to remember that. I just recently was working with a client, and she found out she was pregnant, and she was trying to decide if the timing was right and where she was with that. And so she was talking to me about it, and she was struggling with what her choice is. And I said, well, do you feel that you're ready for that right now? Is this something you truly want? And she said, no, I really am not, the timing is not right. I do feel that I will have another child, but now it's not good. So I said to her, well, why don't you talk to your body? More importantly, talk to the soul, talk to the being that has come in, and let them know that now's not the time, that it's not the time for you and them right now. If that's where you are, just go in your quiet place and have that conversation. About 3 days later, she reached out to me and told me, it might not have been exactly 3 days, but a couple days later, she reached back to me to let me know that she had gone into a meditation, and she did in fact do that. She talked to her body, and she talked to the being, that would be the baby, and said that the timing is not right. And the next day, she began to see signs of her cycle. Now, some might say, well, that was going to happen anyway. Some might say, I don't know what the thoughts are. But she's at peace because she had the conversation. She went within herself. She had peace in that she had a dialogue with that being. And now she doesn't have to go through the trauma of any other kinds of decisions. And I think you all understand what I'm saying. So it's just really understanding that, again, we have that control over our bodies. And with it being in that space and moving in that space, we can move and remove things that are going on with us that alleviate the trauma, right? And don't create drama as well. So again, just something to share, just talking so you can vibe the direction that we're going in. And again, it's about reclaiming the goddess. It's about being that and understanding that. So let's go.